Hey everybody, this is a video that was made by Richard Hake here. See?
Kind of a burning rubber smell in Alameda, and went to go investigate. So here we have a decent plume of smoke. Looks like they have somebody's over here. They got these tractors. Looks like they're trying to move materials while this other guy hoses it down. But this has been part of why the Oakland Athletics sued Schnitzer and even sued the state to enforce the rules for Schnitzer, because they are a polluter here in West Oakland. And these are one of the many events that people had talked about happening. There's the occasional fire here, and acrid and toxic smoke from various metals and attached plastics and other things.
You can't build a ballpark like that.
Good times.
So we thank Richard for doing that. But over at Twitter, Dave Kaval made note of the lawsuit. And I will show you what he tweeted right over here. So I go here and go to Dave Kaval's Twitter account, which I found here. In fact, I'll put it over there. This is what, right here, this is what Dave posted. First, he pinned the original news regarding the Athletics lawsuit, where he said, big news for West Oakland residents. We spent a decade fighting for cleaner air and water. It's right here, okay? And that was August 5th of 2020. And then he, more recently yesterday, wrote, we had a recent victory that allows us to continue to pursue our DTSC suit. We intend to pursue it. And the new Ballpark was pointing at, or referring to the appeals court ruling that came out over the A's, but then Dave is saying that they had a recent trial victory that allowed them to continue to pursue the lawsuit. And so then he goes and says there's 25,000 people who live within a mile now. These fires should not be tolerated. That's why we have multiple lawsuits against Schnitzer. Okay? Mark Purdy had wrote, this is no other reason, along with those street-level train tracks a block away, the Howard Terminal was such a bad ballpark idea. A Coliseum site is imperfect, but in 55 seasons of A's baseball there, I recall nothing like this. Can you imagine if it happened during a game? Precisely. And that, you know, and then Richard Hake says, according to recent, this is what he was talking about, but he says that they haven't paused it, but Dave is saying that they have not paused the lawsuit against Schnitzer Steel, okay? And then asks if the Port of Oakland will join the lawsuit against Schnitzer. The city has already declined multiple times, okay? And Michael Colbruno, who's a government affairs guy who has friends at Schnitzer, is quick to point out, he says, Schnitzer Steel is not a tenant of the Port of Oakland. They are an adjoining private business. Yeah, that's stretching it a bit, Michael, to say the least. But come on, we're all family. Michael, you know as well as I do that Schnitzer Steel is as much an integral part of Port of Oakland operations and development because of where they are as businesses that are within port control based on boundary. So that was disingenuous, Michael. Anyway, it just simply proves that the city had not done its proper work in allowing for the construction of a ballpark without interruption or without future damage to its air or its construction or its final building integrity because of events like that. It not only wasn't a good idea at all, but these are firmly focused on building a ballpark in Las Vegas, and that's that. Subscribe to Xenia62 and bookmark OaklandNewsNowBlog.com.